Hello, and a warm welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Coming up on the program today, supporters of the All Progressives Congress in Kogi State endorsed President Muhammadu Buhari and their governor, Yahaya Bello, for re-election in 2019. Police in Anambra State calm rice farmers over fears of an invasion by herdsmen. And protesters in Cross River State march against calls to scrap the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SAS. Nigerians in parts of the country have continued to grapple with the challenge of petrol scarcity, a situation they claim is made worse by hoarding of the product by marketers. The Department of Petroleum Resources says it will continue to clamp down on airing petrol stations across the country.
It's been days since members of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengusin, suspended their planned strike, yet queues are still at fuel stations in some states across the country. First, in Lagos, the oil police visited some stations in the metropolis, shutting down Oando on the Lekki axis for hoarding and molestation of staff of the DPR.
We are here to actually do monitor sales, and then we write the company to come and explain why they did what they did. If they are able to exonerate themselves, we will reopen the station again. If not, if we are convinced that they are not fit to operate in accordance with our regulations or our laws and regulations, we can even revoke the license.
While some stations in Kaduna are not dispensing, this one is selling the product but above the approved pump price of 145 naira per litre.
It's not only looking at the top and say this government is not, because we are supposed to even love ourselves. You know, if you are making things difficult for your own brother, then it's a pity.
It's a situation the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, will not tolerate. They have been going around to sell fuel stations not complying to the agency's regulation.
Those that were caught will be suspended. The motorists are also advised to call our numbers and also inform us those filling stations that indulge in these sharp practices.
The problem is that they say we should sell the normal price, but I didn't get it the normal price from the depot. So I just bought it from black market from depot to 170.
In Kano State, the product is available, but the long queues persists, this time as a result of panic buying. The DPR officials are moving from one station to another across the states to ensure things are in order.
So far, we have been able to inspect 166 stations within 3 days. Out of these 166 stations, there are some that had committed various offenses, and we have penalized about 8 stations so far.
It's few days to Christmas, and many anticipate that this situation will finally be resolved by government in order to reduce the hardship experienced by the people.
In the meantime, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, says over 400 trucks of petrol has been released to Lagos and Abuja to reduce the long queues at filling stations. The spokesman of the corporation, Mr. Ndu Uguamadu, told journalists in Abuja that the corporation has 21 days sufficiency, which translates into 750 million litres of petrol. He explained that supplies from Port Harcourt and Kaduna refineries boosted the petrol stock.
Group Managing Director of NNPC, Dr. Mekanti Baro, has already marshaled and directed the corporation to ensure that different measures are put in place to ensure that we have a sweet flow of products during this festive period. First of all, to ensure that all our filling stations, they dispense fuel to commuters 24 hours, and equally directed that most parts of the states, particularly Abuja and Lagos, that truck out and trucks moving into these areas are increased. For example, we have directed that trucks of petroleum products, that's PMS, into Abuja will increase from 70 to 170 trucks daily. And Lagos, as we speak, Lagos is receiving about 300 trucks daily to ensure that all the pockets of queues are cleared.
To politics now. Supporters of the All Progressives Congress APC in Kogi West Senatorial District have asked President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Yahaya Bello to consolidate on the transformation agenda by seeking a second term come 2019. At a rally in Kaba organized by party supporters from the district, over 1,000 members of the People's Democratic Party PDP joined the ruling APC.
APC supporters from the West Senatorial District filled the Kababunu Township Stadium to capacity as they gathered to endorse President Muhammadu Buhari and the Governor Yahaya Bello for a second term in office. The people say the endorsement is based on the developmental projects both of them have embarked upon, which they say has touched the life of a common people. The arrival of Governor Yahaya Bello to the venue amidst cheers from the people signifies the commencement of the program as a former Senator Smart Adeyemi mounts the podium to speak.
For us in Kogi West, we are impressed and we are pleased indeed with your administration. I'm saying this because we should make some fact clear. Mr. Governor, you have pursued justice, fairness and equity. Your project and policies is basically on the need to ensure that every component of the state is carried along.
The endorsement was carried out in legislative style as the Speaker of the Kogi State House of Assembly moves a motion in support of 2019 comeback for the President.
That if you are in support, that Mr. President, we beckon on him to contest election in 2019 to save Nigeria from slavery. Say aye.
While thanking the people for the honor, Governor Bello promises to deliver more dividends of democracy in the state.
God has destined that President Muhammadu Buhari should continue to lead us to 2023. Nobody can change it. Is that also? God has made it. You know, the way I came to office is divine. Is that also? Is it anybody's making? Is it God Almighty's making?
About 1,000 members from the various political parties were received into the fold of the APC.
The Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike is advocating the inclusion of the locals in less technical areas of infrastructure development. The governor made the comments at the flag-off of a major road project and the inspection of the ongoing construction of a modern hospital. He believes with a sense of ownership, the projects will be protected by the people when contractors adopt a local content approach.
It's important for us that when you make promise, you have to fulfill the promise you have made to the people. And I want to say to the people of Obebe Mandone, by the grace of God, all promises we have made to you, by the grace of God, we fulfill the promises. This road has suffered for some years. And I do know that with this job, Amok will come back to what it used to be. And I also appeal to the youth, become the soldiers of this project. Protect it. Because if you don't protect it, then it will be difficult for us to complete this job.
Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. And coming up on the program, a group in Cross River State condemns call to scrap the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SAS. We'll give you details of that and other stories. Stay with us.